Cool. I did it. Here I am, live and ready to color. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time, these are chill coloring sessions, and they are mostly instruction free. Sometimes I tell you what I'm doing, and you can color along as I do if you'd like. But more the point is for you and me to just find the flow and some of the benefits of doing art in a relaxed manner without judgment, as much as we can possibly go into a non-judgmental mode and just enjoy the benefits of doing art. So I am Amy Chesery, author and illustrator of Coloring Book of Shadows, and today I'm continuing on in this book, Bold and Easy Magic, which has been super fun. And I'll skip ahead here. I'm on this really cool section. Well, most of these look pretty awesome. It's been a lot of fun. But anyway, skipping forward, these last few pages I have just been totally enamored with. I didn't post it yet on my page, but this one I did last week with this bright orange. I absolutely love it. So something about this green and this orange, and I wanted a purple that was like a pinky purple next. So those are the colors I picked. And I'm using, hi Tina, I'm using Ohuhu alcohol markers here. Of course I have scrap paper under my page so it doesn't bleed through. And if you have questions, put them in the chat because, oh wait a minute. Oh, I didn't have Instagram going live, but that's okay. Okay, sorry Instagram, I'm late. Anyway, yeah, if you have questions, ask me in the chat. If you want to talk about using markers or coloring or whatever, or magic or a combination, art magic, one of my favorite topics. Otherwise, I may not say anything and I may go on random tangents, just FYI. So if you want to talk about specific things, leave a comment or a question. Otherwise, I also don't mind just chit-chatting or sitting in silence. Today might be a nice day to not say anything. Just chill. Laura is not coloring, but organizing her studio. You know, I was literally just thinking about that before I got on this, Laura. I was like, I should be cleaning my office. And I'm due for like I'm relatively tidy with it, but I'm due for like a major clean out. Like maybe get rid of a few books and just like majorly go through and reorg. Let's see if I can do it before the end of the year. No pressure on myself though. Okay. So I have like the basic. It's going to be more purpley, but I figured this lightish, almost pinkish purple would really stand out. And then I could darken it up. Some people like to go dark to light. I think that's valid too. I don't know. I've tried both. I tend to think going light first and then layering it up a little. Seems to work. I like this jaggedy edge look, so I do it a lot in this book. You could do a smooth fade too if you're like really skilled. I feel like concentrating. I do not really feel like concentrating. I feel more like scribbling, so try to make that look good. So I'm doing sort of a hack job of blending these two colors, but that's okay. I think once I'm finished, it will look good. I love the tone of this purple. It's nice. Okay, so I think this one I can't remember if I used 2 or 3 colors, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do a little bit of the very darkest dark purple. Just on the edges and corners. And it will look cool. I think anyway. A little or a lot of dark purple. Ended up adding a lot and it looks great. Love it. Okay, so now I just want to do, I sort of changed directions with the dark purple. So, which is fine. It's always good to change directions. Just kind of how to change the thought midstream. Okay, I like that. Looks great. It kind of fixed what was tripping me up about the edge blending for some reason. I like a little bit of that texture. It's just kind of strong. Okay. Okay. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so onwards, but yeah, so that was exactly what I was going for. I spent a little bit of time picking out these 3 purples because I didn't want them to be too bluish like periwinkle. I really wanted one that would flow well with this orange and this green. So I thought like a more pinkish purple, and that's Looks like I succeeded in what I wanted. I just had a specific purple in mind for it. So it's kind of hard to tell from the swatches. I don't know. I did have to give it some thought. Made a little bit of a mess in that corner, but that's okay. I'll wait for it to dry. Okay. Okay. I think this marker is just about done. So, oh, it's not. It's got some juice. I finally ordered my ink, like the lightest, this light beige. Okay, it's tough. I ordered the light beige refill ink. Was this the one I wanted? That looks a little more yellow than I was hoping for. I think this is the one. It should be fine. A little darker than usual, but that's okay. That's the only one of my markers that's definitely running out, is these two lightest parchment type colors. I've gone through like a few of the different ones that came with the set, just any of the lightest, like Soft Sun, and I can't remember what they're called, but as many of the light beige-ish colors I've used in this book for all these light beige pages, and it's varied. Like there's been a couple different, but they're all pretty similar. So I couldn't tell you all their names. I'd have to do a lot of research. But I ordered some refill ink, so I'm just gonna refill them all because I don't need that much variation. I just need like a very light beige. I don't need 3 variations of very light beige, at least at this point in my life. Keep it a little more simple than that for me. Okay. So that's messy and not very even, but that's okay for the beige. I'll blend it in later. I was thinking first I would like to do, just looks appealing to do this big spiral, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to do it simply. Excellent. Only a little bit out of the line. Pretty good. Okay. This is giving me a little bit of a circus vibe, but that's okay. See what happens when I finish. I don't know. I might leave this spiral flat. I was thinking I could add some shading to it and it would look cool, but I might just leave it flat and keep it simple. All right. what I need next is to blend this in a little bit. Okay. Making it happen here. And we've got to do the letters, and I got some brown in them, but that's okay. I don't have the patience to color around things like letters. Just go outside the line a little, it'll be fine. Okay, so that, nice and dark. I think that was just calling to me to be a lot darker, so there we go. And then maybe this. Like so, and then is everybody feeling dreary today? Pamela says she doesn't have the focus or energy to color, which is perfectly okay. I will admit I have been taking time off. It feels very needed. I worked hard this year, very hard this year. It was a harder year in some ways, but it's a changes online and with the economy and stuff. But I was thinking the other day, I made it happen. My husband was like, I knew you'd figure it out. I was like, I know, I kind of did. It's hard to keep faith in ourselves. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Sometimes we lose faith. I don't know. You can still recover, though. And if you have a momentary lapse, it happens to the best of us. All right. This is the Copic marker. I gotta say, they are better. The Copic markers really work well. Something about them. Easier to blend, I think. This is really cute, though. I don't know. I'm really, really liking this. It almost looks like wood grain. Like I want to play it up, sort of. I could just add some simple horizontal lines to it. A little texture, maybe. That was more than I was anticipating, but that's okay. I'm sort of just feeling it. I like that, though. That's cool. The darker it goes, though, the darker I want to make it go. So, oh, I think I do even have, yes, I do. I have a brown that's one shade darker, maybe even a tiny bit of that. I think it's when I get into this deeper shading that I start to really enjoy myself. I don't know if it's just the passage of time. It's been 20 minutes, so like I'm in the zone, sort of, or if I really just enjoy this this darker shadowing part. Maybe it's a combination of the two. Okay, speaking of darker shadowing, though, it really makes me want to darken this. Even just part way. Oh, bliss. Okay. Okay, somebody stop me. Okay, that's good. Stop. Ah! Okay, get that one darker. Let's see. And what? This one is a chisel tip, fine tip, okay. Fair enough. It'd be easier to keep it to really small. Mel is feeling dreary as well. The whole world dreary. I don't blame it. It's winter, you guys. It's almost Yule. It's almost the darkest night of the year. Is that what we're feeling? Are we feeling the dark night? I would say so. Okay, let's see here. Oops. Okay, I need to make sure not to overdo it with this. It's looking good though. Okay, so what did I do for this one? This one I did a darker brown border, which I didn't add any gold yet, but I actually really like the darker brown border. So I think I'm gonna just repeat that. I like how this looks like wood. I had a pretty good time doing that. I did want this to look a little bit Halloween-y. I guess I was thinking it looked a little like a circusy kind of. Kind of reminds me of the Cheshire Cat. The purple and pinky purple. Kind of cute. Okay. Ta-da! Ooh. Okay, I gotta do the letters. Yeah, this is cool. This color, and then I'm going to repeat the colors. So this one will be green, not that, that's my scrap paper. This one will be green, orange, purple again, and then, I don't know, green or whatever. Maybe orange again. We'll see. So, oops, getting ahead of myself. Okay. I love this pink. Oops, I didn't do the inside of the bee. There we go. Oops. Dark and moody. Okay. I feel like, for the sake of keeping it simple and chill, I might not do any shading on the spiral. Just felt like adding some texture in the really dark brown. It's kind of a nice way to even darken it more without going like a full layer if you use some lines or texture or something. Easy to overdo it though. So it's fun though. Hard to stop. Okay. Really fun. Okay. So I think we'll call it good, just to keep it nice and simple today. Well, I am kind of being called to do this spiral, but I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait on it. Okay, I'm talking myself into it. Can't stop. Okay, I'll do it. So. Already regretting it. No, I'll be fine. I just felt like it looked super flat, that's all, compared to the rest of the page, which I added a lot of texture. Well, not my best spiral shade, but that's okay. At least it looks a little bit less flat to me, which is what I was going for. Okay, that feels a little more settled. Cool. All right. So that's that. And I feel like it needs some gold paint, but I'm not going to do it on air. I'll do it probably. I'll post it later. I got to do this one with a little bit of embellishment too. And that's that. So I have done quite a few pages in this book, and it has been a lot of fun. So I think I might take off next week for the holiday, but I'll post on my page, or I'll be back the following Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining me. Have a good night.